Hold on, did Kirk Frost and Yung Joc just get involved in the biggest scandal of the year? You won't believe this one. A shocking video has been leaked, and guess what? These two reality TV stars weren't just having a small argument. They were arrested after a giant fight that left everyone wondering what they thought we knew about reality TV. But here's the twist. You probably thought this fight was real, right? Well, the producers and the network made it happen, and that's not even the most bizarre part of all. Cast member Benzino is escalating the situation by threatening to release old footage that could ruin the show's reputation. This footage could demonstrate the extent to which the producers will go to cause chaos for financial gain. Can you believe it? The big question now is whether Kirk Frost and Yung Joc can recover from this massive PR disaster, or if their reputation has been permanently damaged. Hold on tight, because the details we are about to share will shock you. And get ready, because this story is far from over. Let's set the scene. Kirk Frost and Yung Joc, two of the most well-known figures in reality television, are about to have their lives completely upended, and these two have been in the news for years. But this time, it's not the typical love triangle or baby mama drama. Instead, it's something much darker, and the plot is becoming thicker and thicker. Here's what's actually happening. Kirk Frost and Yung Joc, two huge reality stars, were allegedly arrested after a big fight that was leaked on social media. Was this a real fight between two old friends who simply lost control? Or is there something much more shady going on behind the scenes here? Deeper than what you see on television. If you know anything about Kirk and Joc, you know that they have a complicated past. Kirk Frost is the one who is constantly at the center of drama, whether it's cheating rumors, DNA test fights, or his complicated relationship with Rashida. Yung Joc, on the other hand, is known for his flamboyant personality and smooth talk. But he has also been involved in a lot of controversy. Remember the whole hair issue. But this time it wasn't your typical reality TV meltdown. It wasn't a simple argument or fight that could be resolved with a conversation. Bigger, and it happened at the ideal moment to increase the show's ratings. So you're probably thinking, there's no way this fight was real, and you're not alone. The truth is, though, that it wasn't a random, unexpected moment. Rather, it was all planned out to garner attention. The producers realized that ratings are very important to many reality shows, so when your show starts losing viewers, you make something dramatic happen, get your stars to fight, create a scene so large that no one can turn away, and suddenly your show is the talk of the town. The producers put Kirk Frost and the Yung Joc in a room, told them to act like things were out of control, and pushed them to their limits. Guess what? It worked. The tension was high, the fight got wild, but the catch is that it wasn't a real fight. These guys were just acting. When that video went viral on social media, everyone started talking, and the producers thought they could control the drama. But they didn't anticipate this now, are watching, and the stars' reputations might never be the same again. The video went viral almost instantly, and people were shocked, surprised, and convinced that these two men were going to go to jail for what they had just done. The buzz surrounding the fight was so intense that everyone was wondering, what just happened? Behind all the chaos, the producers were laughing uncontrollably. The network was celebrating the drama they had meticulously planned, but the public didn't realize it was all a hoax, which is when things began to spiral out of control. As always with reality TV, things were never as simple as they seemed. This was not a typical fight. Rather, it was a calculated move to keep the drama going. The real trouble started when the producers, who were celebrating the mess they had created, forgot one crucial item: Benigno. Do you remember Benigno? He was the former cast member who had been part of the show's wild history. Word spread that Kirk Frost and Yung Joc had been arrested, that their careers might be ruined, and that the love and hip-hop show was about to face one of its biggest scandals ever. Happened? No, he had his own plan, a plan that would make this fictitious fight an even greater disaster. It was rumored that Benigno was prepared to release old footage that would reveal all of the producers' tricks, including how they had incited Kirk and Yung Joc to fight and how they had orchestrated the entire thing. People claimed that this footage would destroy the reputation of not only Kirk and Joc, but the entire love and hip-hop show. The drama was suddenly not limited to the screen, as Benigno threatened to drop these bombshells. And the internet was already ablaze with rumors that was going to become a major scandal. When it comes to reality TV scandals, this is just the beginning. As we have seen, Benigno, the former troublemaker, had had enough of being pushed to the side and wasn't merely going to watch the producers make a joke of the entire show. According to people close to the situation, Benigno knew everything that was going on behind the scenes, and he knew how the producers had manipulated Kirk and Yung Joc into having this fight to get higher ratings, and he was not pleased about it. Benigno allegedly had footage so shocking that it would rock the show's foundation and expose the producers for what they truly were, puppeteers. The footage demonstrated how the producers staged confrontations and made up scenarios to make people think these fights were real. You can only imagine how crazy it was when the rumors began to circulate. The public had been watching this fictitious fight between Kirk and Yung Joc, believing it to be real, but now Benigno was threatening to release these tapes that would reveal the truth. The producers must have been under pressure as word spread about these tapes. Surprise, if the tapes were released, they would not only demonstrate how the producers manipulated the situation, they would demonstrate that the entire reality television genre is based on fake drama. The public was unaware of this, but as soon as word of Benigno's tapes surfaced online, fans who had been watching the show for years felt completely deceived. These were not just any viewers. They were devoted viewers who believed in the drama. They were watching, and the video spread like wildfire, shocking, surprising, and persuading that these two men were going to be put in jail for what they had just done. The commotion was so intense that everyone was wondering what had happened, but behind it all, the producers were grinning and celebrating. The ratings were skyrocketing, and the network was enjoying the drama they had meticulously planned. However, there was one crucial detail that the public was unaware was a hoax, and that's when things started to go wrong. When the video leaked, rumors began to circulate that Kirk Frost and Yung Joc had been arrested. People were saying that their careers might be destroyed and that the love and hip-hop show was about to face one of its biggest scandals ever. But as is always the case with reality TV, things were more complicated than they appeared. This was not just a routine fight. Rather, it was a well-planned stunt to keep the drama going. The real trouble began when the producers, busy enjoying their success, forgot one crucial detail. Benigno, a former cast member who had been involved in the show's bizarre history. However, Benigno wasn't just watching all of this happen. He had a plan of his own that would make this phony altercation into an even bigger mess. Benigno was prepared to release old footage that would reveal the manipulation behind the scenes where the producers forced Kirk and Yung Joc into a fight and planned it all. And this footage would ruin not only Kirk and Joc's reputations, but the entire love and hip-hop show. Thereafter, the drama went beyond the screen, and the internet went crazy. As more information became available, the fake fight that was intended to increase ratings completely backfired. What the producers didn't anticipate was Benzino's involvement in reality TV scandals. This is just the beginning. Let's break it down because we know that Benzino, the former troublemaker, had had enough of being ignored and wasn't going to sit. Benzino allegedly had footage that was so shocking that it would expose everything and show the producers for who they really were, people who controlled everything. This footage showed how the producers created fake confrontations and manipulated situations, making the viewers believe they were real. Can you imagine the chaos when the rumors started spreading? The public had been watching the fake fight between Kirk and Yung Joc, believing it to be real, but now they knew everything that was going on behind the scenes to get higher ratings. The entire reality TV industry is based on fake drama. These shows are scripted, staged, and controlled to make people believe the drama is real. The public was unaware of this, but as soon as people learned about Benzino's tapes, the internet exploded. Fans who had been watching for years felt completely betrayed. And these things weren't just random.